We're going to go through the allocation of machinery cost for combinable crops. And in this instance, we are going to use spares and repairs as the example, but this could be used across most of the machinery costs. We've started by putting the total costs for the business into this top box, and then we're going to do a level of allocation via percentages across the different groups of enterprises that we've put into Farmbench. So this business has combinables, potatoes, livestock and forages. There's also an element for unallocated down at the bottom, and this may be for enterprises that are not involved in Farmbench or that you don't wish to benchmark. You can see that I've partially completed this already, and for this business I've used a percentage of turnover as an estimate for how much of the spares and repairs should be allocated to the types of enterprise. But if you knew the exact amounts because you were recording that through your management accounts, then you could manipulate the percentages to give you the correct pound figure. In this instance, I don't, so I'm going to use the percentage of turnover, and that's 30% for the combinables. If I press save now, we'll see that I now have a suite of clickable edit buttons up the side here. And to further allocate between the different combinable enterprises, we'll click on this. And you'll be able to see that this, in this example, I have two combinable enterprises, barley and winter wheat. And the system has already put in a level of auto allocation. So this is done by looking at the number of hectares that's in each enterprise and then combining this with the effort that goes into cultivation, drilling, and the number of treatment passes, so either spraying or fertilizing, that takes place for each enterprise. You enter this when you set up the enterprise. You can see that this effort has meant that one enterprise has more funds allocated, more cost allocated to it than the other. That's because the winter wheat, when I put it in, had a greater effort on deeper cultivation put in, and the drilling was of a heavier work as well. If I was happy with this and I felt this reflected my business, I could leave them as they are and click the save button. If I felt this didn't reflect it, then I can manually override these percentages to reflect what I feel suits my business better, noting that obviously this changes the cost allocated in terms of pounds as well. If I'm happy with this, I can now click save, and this is the full allocation of the machinery costs for combinable crops. If you have any more concerns, then please do contact the help desk.